আসসালামু আলাইকুম। ATN Bangla এখানকার আয়োজন এডুকেশন আওয়ারে আপনাদেরকে স্বাগত। আমি সিরাজুল বাসি চৌধুরী আপনাদেরকে শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি। আমরা চলে আসলাম নতুন টপিক নিয়ে কথা বলার জন্য। আজকের টপিক ইন্টারফেইথ রিলেশনশিপস। স্কুলে যখন আপনাদের বাচ্চারা স্টুডেন্ট যখন স্কুলে যায়, প্রাইমারি স্কুল বলেন, সেকেন্ডারি স্কুল বলেন, সেখানে একটা কারিকুলামের একটা পার্ট আছে, RE কারিকুলাম, রিলিজিয়াস এডুকেশন। সো রিলিজিয়াস এডুকেশনের আন্ডারে কিন্তু আমরা অনেকগুলো জিনিস জানি, বিভিন্ন রিলিজিয়ান্স, মেইন রিলিজিয়ান্স as well as humanism, atheism, they study in schools. Now, as part of RE curriculum, we observe, we celebrate Interfaith Week, interfaith relationships, once in a year. And that is, throughout the whole country, we celebrate that and we observe that. And children, students have the opportunity to learn about different religions, the religion they belong to. At the same time, they also learn about humanism and atheism. This year, last week, we have celebrated, observed Interfaith Week. And during that week, different schools in this country, different institutions, they had speakers from different religions, the leaders, they had assemblies, different kind of workshops, seminars, and they talk about different religions. Children, they had the opportunity to look at artifacts, objects, information, posters, so many things, and they have learned about different religions. In RE curriculum, there are two attainment targets we have to meet. One is learning from religions, and another one is learning about religions. So these are very important and it's a compulsory subject. So today we will be talking about interfaith relationships. I have three wonderful guests here. I'll be introduce them in a minute, but before that, ATN Bangla আজকের program live broadcast হচ্ছে Sky channel 779. We are on Facebook and also YouTube. Please do share our program. Our website www.atnbanglauk.tv. আসুন তাহলে পরিচিত হই আমার তিনজন অতিথির সাথে. On my left here, next to me, a very well-known community leader in our community. She lives in Tower Hamlets. Many years she has been doing community work in so many sectors, supporting people in the community. And I'm really privileged to introduce Sister Christine. She's a community leader. Sister Christine, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It's a privilege to have you on the show.
Thank
And
you.
welcome to Education Hour.
Thank you.
Thank you. On my far left, another known person to me and who has been on this program before, Ram Chandra Shaha, and who is the director of Vivekananda Human Center in London. Good evening.
Namaskar.
Dada, কেমন আছেন?
Thank you for inviting many years. So
Yes, and you have been coming for last few years, talk
Yes.
about Hinduism, at the same time importance of interfaith relationships. You talked many times about this particular topic, and this is good for us and good for our parents and pupils to know about that.
yeah.
So
Thank
welcome.
you and thank you ATN Bangla.
And welcome to Education Hour. On my right, another very known face in our community and who has been in this program before, I think few years ago, and I'm going to introduce Imam Nufaiz Ahmed, Khatib and Imam, Lesbury Mosque, Poplar, London. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for
How are you
inviting
today?
me. I'm very good.
Thank you very much. After a whole day of work and also prayer, Asha prayer, you are with us, and thank you very much for your time.
That's great.
Welcome to
I'm
Education
happy
Hour.
to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So প্রিয় দর্শক, আমরা আজকে কথা বলবো যে ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনস ডিফারেন্ট রিলিজনের মধ্যে এই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে, এবং how we live in the community side by side with each other, but also we have got different beliefs, and sometimes people have no beliefs as well. Sister Christine, our topic today we have chosen in Education Hour program to talk about interfaith relationships. So do you think it's important for us to talk to the community about interfaith relationships? Is it important?
It's hugely important, and especially with what's happening on the world scene, I think, at the moment. But anytime, always, it's the more we are together, the more we are a community. It's going to affect the fact that we all want to live in peace and harmony and justice. And if we're not talking to each other face to face where we live, how are we going to live in peace with people we don't know? Or how are we going to impact on people who have maybe hate in their hearts? If we can't manage to live in love and harmony, why should we expect other people to? I feel very privileged to be living in Tower Hamlets because, like, I'm one of the Abrahamic faiths, you know, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I think that we have, for too many years, emphasized our differences rather than emphasizing what binds us, what unites us. You know, you mentioned prayer already.
Yeah.
We pray today. We all pray. You know, why? And who are we praying to? You know, I'm sure we're going to meet together up when this life is over. You know, I think it's incredibly important that we work together, get to know each other, say hello, have a cup of tea, all of those simple things, that we do these things together.
Absolutely. And you have been working for such a long time, and particularly in the popular community, East London community, they know you so well. And you have access to many religions, going to different community events, meeting different kind of people, and they believe in different religions. And there are people that don't believe in also religions as well, isn't it?
Yes, one of our best volunteers on the project I'm very involved in at the moment says he is an atheist. And I say to him, you're more a Christian than I am. You're no more an atheist than the man in the moon. I don't understand how you can walk the earth without believing that there is somebody who has created and organized everything. I walked on Poplar High Street this morning to get to where I was going, and the sky, the different colours, and then on the ground, the leaves at the moment, particularly from some of the trees,
Yeah,
you know.
that's right. It's winter time
I mean,
now.
Yeah, I mean, we're surrounded by an artist, and who's this artist?
Yes.
You know, so I don't understand how you can, with reason, be intelligent and not come to the conclusion that someone is there masterminding.
Behind this, the creation.
Behind it, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sister. Very nice to talk to you about this. Imam Nufaiz Ahmed, you have been khatib and imam for Lansbury for a long time, am I right?
Quite a long time, yeah.
Quite a long time, and you know the
7,
local
8
community.
years.
How many years have you been working there?
Actually, at this moment, the masjid I'm in now is Lansbury Masjid. It's around 6-7 years.
Right.
And before that, I used to be with Hale Street Mosque.
Yeah.
Sister Christine knows very well. I worked there around 6-7 years.
Right.
So 14-15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely many of our students or young people from popular area, they go to your mosque and
Of course.
they're learning Holy Quran as well as the prayers and other things from very young age. Definitely they have been learning, and many of them coming to local schools locally in that area. Also other people from other religions, they live side by side as well.
We live same area, yeah.
Yes. So what is your experience like? Sorry, I was just told to go to a short break.
Okay, no
After
problem.
the short break, I will come and definitely
I will be
I'll carry
talking.
on from there. Priya Darshak, we are talking about today, interfaith relationships. তো আমাদের আজকের যে topic, very important topic. We have to go to a short break, and we'll be back soon. Please stay with us. প্রিয় দর্শক, বিরতির পর আবার এডুকেশন আওয়ারে আমরা কথা বলছি। আমাদের আজকের টপিক ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনশিপস। সো ইন্টারফেথ উইক, লাস্ট উইকে আমরা সেলিব্রেট করেছি দেশে, বিশেষ করে স্কুলগুলোতে, ইনস্টিটিউশনগুলোতে আমরা আরই কারিকুলামের আন্ডারে আমরা বাচ্চাদেরকে শিক্ষা দিয়ে থাকি যে ডিফারেন্ট রিলিজিয়ন্স দে এক্সিস্ট ইন দ্য কমিউনিটি, অ্যান্ড অলসো দেয়ার আর পিপল উই লিভ উইথ দে হ্যাভ রিলিজিয়ন্স অ্যান্ড দে ডোন্ট হ্যাভ রিলিজিয়ন্স এজ ওয়েল, atheist, agnostic, humanist, and religious people as well. And there are many, many religions in the community. I mean, 6 major religions. We already talk about that. And children, students in primary, secondary school is a compulsory subject to learn about RE. So that's why I've chosen this subject to talk about interfaith relationships. I have 3 guests in the panel today. On my left, Sister Christine, community leader. Welcome back, Sister Christine. Thank you. And on my far left, Ramchandra Shaha, who is the director of Vivekananda Human Center. Welcome, Dada.
Thank you.
And on my right here, Imam Nufaiz Ahmed Khatib and Imam Lansbury Mosque Poplar. Welcome back. Before break, I just started talking to you about your experience living in this community. Okay, from your experience, did you have, I mean, obviously this can be a silly question, but I would like to know. I mean, obviously you give Friday sermon and a lot of other talk to Muslim community. So do you have opportunity to mix with people from different religions, or going to talk as well, talk about, during, I'm not saying particular interfaith with other events.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. Secondly, it's not just that I had opportunity, rather I would say it's my ambition.
Excellent.
Something that
Well
I
said.
love. I really love to mix with people from different, because everyone is part of this community. Sister Christine well said, this behind this whole creation, this beautiful art, there is someone. Yeah, we as a Muslim, I believe it's Allah, the God who created, Allahul Musawwir, who is the one who has designed the entire world. So every human being, whether someone is Christian, Hindu, Jew faith or no faith, everyone is part of this beautiful picture.
Absolutely.
Without putting all these parts together, we cannot enjoy the picture. If we really want to enjoy the life, if we enjoy the world, then of course we have to put all this together. From our Islamic sides, it came in the Quran. There is a prayer, a dua, as you have said. Say, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Oh God, grant me goodness in this world, and also goodness in hereafter. So even God mentioning that you ask me goodness of this world first. And achieving the goodness of this world is quite impossible without getting integrated, without embracing everyone. So that's why I had, and I'm having so many opportunities to mix with people, and I do it always as is part of my ambition. I love to do it. And alhamdulillah, we have got wonderful community. We've got good understanding. In my mosque, we welcome. I can share with you one day, someone, I think from Christian, she was passing by the mosque. And then somehow I talked with her. Then she said, "It's your mosque." I said, "Yeah, if you want to come, then come in and see." She said, "Am I allowed to go in?" I can say, just last week, the Lansbury school, my son goes there, and there's a teacher of my son, and I was talking to her, and I said, "I welcome you, wanted to come to my mosque." And she said, "Am I allowed to go?" I said, "Of course you are. You are most welcome to come to mosque." So that's how actually we should celebrate the integration, the communal harmony, as well the interfaith, because this will boost our confidence. Our children, they are growing with their faith.
Yes.
Regardless of whatever faith he or she follows.
Yes.
But let them be confident with their faith. Because one thing I believe, behind every religion, there is a good, beautiful message.
Yes.
And that should be extracted, practiced, and celebrate it amongst us.
Absolutely,
That's
well
what I
said.
think.
Thank you very much. We'll talk more about this. I'll go to Ramchandra Saha, Director, Vivekananda Human Center. What our two Sister Christine and Imam Nufaiz Ahmed mentioned about, I can see that they are, very much highlighting about the importance of interfaith relationships, and the topic is, we are talking about this. Do you think, I'm going to ask this question to you as well, do you think it's very important from very young age, particularly young children? I know you've been in events in my school and other schools as well, and many other centers. I mean, I have got something here I'm going to share later on. To know, because I always mention to children, you live in a society, in the future you'll be working with children, working with people, and you don't know probably their background, but you will come across people that believe in different things. But you have to work with them. Maybe 8 hours job, you'll be working with people, they are from Christian background, Hindu background, Muslim background, Jewish background, or no religious background. So do you think it's important for them to
Yes.
learn about each other?
Yes, definitely, because I'm proud to be Hindu, because I learned from my religion to respect others.
Yes.
And we do not believe in universal tolerance. Also, we accept all religion as true. Because you can see, because our main theme, so we say, Vasudeva Kutumbaka, the world is one family.
Right.
So if one family, if we believe, so definitely, what is your belief, what is your faith, it doesn't matter. Because we believe in each soul is potentially divine.
Yes.
So we don't believe so only Hindu are potentially divine. So that means whatever your religion, whatever your background, even as I believe, because sister was talking about, sometimes you're talking about the non-faith, but I think so that it doesn't matter so you believe in God or not. So that means at least, Vivekananda said, if you have faith yourself, you believe yourself, so you are this is the faith. So that means it doesn't matter. So that means you need to belongs with any particular community. So I have seen many people who say they don't believe in God or any religion, but they're very good human being.
Yes.
So we know. So that means to be good and to do good. This is the main thing for
Yes.
the religion. So when last week I was busy, so
Yes.
I tried to attend many events.
Yes.
And so one event, I was with you
Yes.
early in the morning. So 100 of how many children?
200, 300 children.
300 children. So when I have seen, so that means they're asking the question. So that means, and also, so that means they respect all religion. And when anyone asking the question, so they know something. They know about now Diwali, Christmas, or Eid.
All the religious events and
other
festivals.
event festival. That is the more important. So that means when you are living in the society, community, so if you know your neighbor, so that means maybe different religion, different faith. So when you sharing, so and respect other religions, so that is very important. So that means from the beginning, so that means, so I think
If they're
and-
exposed to many religions,
Definitely.
they will learn
And
about
then,
people,
so
learn
another
about
event,
religions. Yes.
Another events I loved, so the sister organized, so you can see the prayer.
Yes,
that
we'll
event.
talk about this later on.
And that is
Definitely
very
about this one.
important. So I was talking to her, so time to time I go many interfaith events. And because I follow Ramakrishna Vivekananda, this is the main thing. So that means Ramakrishna is practiced from a small room from Dakshineshwar in Kolkata. So in his life. So, and as you know, Vivekananda went to Chicago 1893. So whenever all the religious
Did you say
leader-
1893?
1893,
Over 100 years ago.
more than 100. So when Chicago, just recently I visited that art
Place.
institute in Chicago, yes, in July, end of July. So, and he was 30 years old only.
When he went that time.
When that time. So that time was different scenario because he from India and, So all those religion leaders, they try to prove, so they are the best. So who's the best? And so he is the only one, so that means he started that interfaith, that dialogue. So that means,
Very good.
So that is, so that he was very popular that time, And I have seen, I was very happy to see on the road, it is now, he's Vivekananda Way in the Chicago main road. And then Art Institute is a big hall, even they kept his, that hall, a small way, and the people going and sitting was very peaceful. And also Art Institute of Chicago, they printed to distribute many thousands of people when they visited the hall. They given this message,
Yes.
how to respect others.
Others.
So that therefore, so that when his message was not universal tolerance only, so that when we accept all religion as true.
Yes.
So therefore, so I was very happy all the children. So when I have seen they're sitting and they're listening to us and they're asking the
Questions as well,
and
yes.
they know as well. So that when all those things, what is Diwali? Even last year when I came, many children they were asking so many questions.
Questions.
Even sometimes I'm thinking so that when even is
And I
very
remember-
difficult to
yes.
giving the answer to them.
And I remember
So
one-
when on online they're asking
Yes,
the question.
yes.
So they are talking about the Ram, they're talking about the Sita, they're talking about the Diwali, but they're Muslim. But means so that means
They
they're
want to
learning
know
how
more
to do,
about
so
that.
why we are celebrating Diwali. So that is good to know. So if you know, as sister telling, so that we know your neighbor, and then you know how to have cup of tea. So and then so it will be love and respect. So only that love and respect can help us for the living peacefully and with harmony.
Thank you very much. I can see a statement here from Baha'i religion. We are all the waves of one sea, the rays of one sun, the flowers of one garden. Beautiful statement by Baha'u'llah.
Yeah, I've seen on that day they are showing the I think video, so presentation they are
Presentation,
showing,
yes.
and all the children they are asking the question and they're giving the answer, correct answer.
Yes.
So when Baha'i leader,
Faith,
so
yeah.
that when Faith, she was asking the question, then I have seen all the children giving the right answer.
This
Was
is
very good, interesting. Yes.
Excellent, thank you. প্রিয় দর্শক, আমরা কথা বলছি ইন্টারফেথ ডায়ালগস, ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনশিপস। বিভিন্ন ধর্ম এই দেশে বাস করছে একসাথে, এবং পাশাপাশি অনেক লোক আছে যারা ধর্মে বিশ্বাস করে না, কিন্তু আপনাদের ছেলেমেয়েরা যারা বড় হচ্ছে তারা কিন্তু বিভিন্ন ধর্মের লোকের সাথে কাজ করবে। তারা বলবে না শুধু মুসলমানের সাথে কাজ করবে। হ্যাঁ, there are opportunities they can work if they decide to work like this, but still তাদেরকে দেখা করতে হবে বিভিন্ন নন মুসলিমের সাথে, যারা খ্রিস্টান আছে নন খ্রিস্টানের সাথে দেখা করতে হবে, যারা হিন্দু আছে আর অনেক সময় দেখা যাচ্ছে নন হিন্দুর সাথে দেখা করতে হচ্ছে। এই যে কাজ যেগুলা, এগুলো যদি একে অন্যকে না চিনে, ইন্টিগ্রেট যদি সোসাইটিতে না হয়, ইট ইজ ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট। অ্যান্ড অলসো ইফ দে নো অ্যাবাউট আদার পিপল, they will show their respects, and from their respects they will respect themselves, and they'll show respect to others. This is the way actually community will build up and people will live in harmony as well. Can I request the technical team, please, if you can show this video, a short video clip about Interfaith Week, please.
Week is an opportunity to bring people with different beliefs closer together. It is a chance to learn about one another and build positive relationships. Within society, people don't always get along, and sometimes people forget that it is other people's differences that make them unique and special. It is diversity that makes our world more interesting. Let's take a look at some of the beliefs of some of the different faiths around the world. Sikhism. Sikhism has 3 duties of a Sikh. They pray to keep God in mind at all times. They work, earning an honest living and avoiding crime. And they give. They give to charities and care for others. Buddhism. In Buddhism, there are the 5 Buddhist morals. Number 1, do not take the life of anything living. Number 2, do not drink alcohol. Number 3, be faithful to your partner. Number 4, do not steal. And number 5, do not lie. Islam. The 5 pillars of Islam. The first is Shahada. This pillar focuses on faith. The second pillar is Salah. This focuses on prayer. The third pillar is called Zakah. This focuses on charity. The fourth pillar is Sawn. This focuses on fasting. The fifth pillar of Islam is called Hajj, and this focuses on pilgrimage. These 5 pillars are the foundation of Muslim life. Hinduism. Dharma. Hindus believe that they must always do the right thing. Reincarnation. They believe that all living things have a soul, and that soul can't be destroyed when the living thing dies. They believe that the soul enters a new living thing. Moksha. This is the ultimate goal for Hindus. It means that the soul becomes free from the cycle of birth, death and reincarnation, and reunites with the god Brahma. Judaism. The Jewish people live by 10 important rules known as the 10 Commandments. The first commandment is put God first. The second is worship only God. The third is use God's name with respect. The fourth commandment is remember God's Sabbath. The fifth is respect our parents. The sixth commandment is don't hurt others. The seventh commandment is be faithful in marriage. The eighth is don't steal. The ninth commandment is don't lie. And the 10th commandment is don't be envious of others. Christianity. Christians believe that God gave the people the 10 commandments to live by, that Jesus is the Son of God in the Trinity, and Christians believe that God is the Father, Son and Holy Spirit. This is called the Trinity. Interfaith Week aims to reduce discrimination by celebrating diversity and teaching people to respect other people's beliefs. If someone looks, acts, behaves or sounds different to you, embrace their differences. Diversity is what makes our world interesting and fun. Did you spot any similarities and differences between the different faiths? What are you doing this year for Interfaith Week? Thanks for watching.
This is very good, isn't it? Very basic principles of religions. Any reflections?
Yes, of course.
Would you like to share any reflections, anything from the video? I mean, something they're showing very basic principles from different religions, like they talk about Islam, 5 pillars, Hinduism, few things, same as Christianity, Judaism, 10 commandments, all these. Because if you don't teach our young people from very early age about other religions, they will not know. And that's why if you live in a society, in harmony, in a diverse community, particularly in this country, I myself, back in Bangladesh, I'm talking about, maybe you'll agree with me, and I don't know whether you'll agree with me or not. I remember Muslim, Hindu, Bangladesh mainly, and Christianity there as well. And at the same time, I met Sikh. There is a Sikh temple there in the university, so I went there once. But I never heard of other religions, apart from those 4 religions.
Buddhist.
Yeah, Buddhist as well. Sorry, Buddhist, yes, Buddhist.
Not much in certain areas.
Yeah,
with
certain, but Judaism, believe me, when I was a student, I never heard of.
Yeah.
And I found out later on. So had humanism, atheism, those people don't believe
The Baha'i.
anything, or Baha'i or other small religions. So I have broadened my horizon when I found out after coming to this country, many other religions living in this country.
When I was growing up, God help us, the only people who weren't like us were the Protestants, Anglicans, other Christians, but we didn't recognize them as other Christian. And we weren't, a Catholic couldn't marry a Protestant.
Right.
They're all Christian. They couldn't go into each other's churches. It was crazy. No wonder you have fights and disagreements when you had such a narrow view of life. So, thank God we have changed, and society has become far more diverse. And I know at the moment, at one point not too long ago, the mayor of Dublin was Jewish. Now that would never have happened when I was a child, with that era. So things have changed in my little island, and I know that because of their history, etc., they have strongly supported some of the conflicts that are going on at the moment. The conflict for peace, the fight, the struggle for peace.
Yes.
They have strongly supported that because of their past history. And they understand the need for peace, the need for people to live in harmony together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Imam Nafaz Ahmed, I'd like to hear from you about When you think about interfaith and interfaith relationships, I mean, definitely, I would like to mention maybe some of the things, during the Prophet, peace be upon him, his time, there were people from different religions, isn't it? I mean, what was his, he was called Al-Amin.
Yeah.
Because people of different religions, even they didn't believe in Islam, they used to bring their properties, like they used to say, okay, look after this prophet, because they trusted him.
Yeah.
Can you see the relationship that time? Would you like to highlight few of the...
thing is, actually, there are much things to be said or can be said. Mainly, the interfaith relationship, the concept. You know what? I do not want to say just we Islam have this and others don't have. I would say there are some common grounds which is actually available in every religion. Even if you forget about religions, you will see people's common sense will accept it. So even in Quran, if I go to our religion's perspective, in Quran, it's well clearly mentioned, قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ تَعَالَوْا إِلَى كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. O people of book, come and discuss about a matter which is common between you and us. So it's not only Muhammad, it's in the book of God. It's clearly mentioned that when you want to talk about the common grounds that will unite you, that will help you to live together. But one thing I just
Sorry
would like
about
to
this
add
again.
here.
I'll come to you again. I was told to go to a short break, but definitely I will come to you.
No worries.
Sorry
Every
about
time
it.
you're catching it.
Probably I'm lucky to get time.
প্রিয় দর্শক, আমরা কথা বলছি interfaith relations নিয়ে. We have to go to a short break. We'll be back soon. প্রিয় দর্শক, বিরতির পর আবার এডুকেশন আওয়ারে আমরা কথা বলছি আমাদের আজকের টপিক ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনশিপস. We have chosen this particular topic to talk about because last week in this country we have celebrated Interfaith Week. And interfaith, this is the part of curriculum in schools, RE, and students, peoples, they learn about different faiths and also about people without faith. So today we are talking about this. We have 4 wonderful guests now. I have a new guest I'm going to introduce now, Leon Silva, and who is a community leader, a Jewish leader, and also the president of East London Synagogue. And I'm really humbled and privileged to introduce Leon. Leon Silva, good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much, Leon. And nice to, you have been busy doing so many different things, and thank you very much for joining ATN Bangla.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Before, and also as usual, on my right here, Nufaiz Ahmed, Imam and Khatib Lesbury Mosque Poplar. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Sister Christine, committee leader. Welcome back, sister.
Thank you.
On my far left, Ramchandra Shaha, director, Vivekananda Human Center. Welcome back, Dada.
Thank you.
Before going to break, we talked about the prophet's sayings, actually. Yeah.
So I was saying that the interfaith dialogues is well mentioned in the Quran even, where God already, Allah said, they come and talk about the common grounds. قُلْ تَعَالَوْا يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ إِلَى كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا بَيْنَكُمْ, which means actually you talk about the common grounds because this will unite people. At the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we see also, he also used to welcome others. He used to send letters to different peoples. I mean, kings, community leaders, even the exact mosque which is in the Medina at this moment, which is the second greatest mosque. This was like a hub, a center to welcome, having dialogue. So this is something I think in every religion. No one would deny the interfaith dialogues or, face other people, meet other people, talk openly. No one will deny. And also I wanted to say, like, as I've mentioned previously, that there is a common ground. There is a common ground amongst the people of faith or non-faith. God blessed us with the best thing that I think is actually the common sense. But at this moment, I think especially the religious leaders from whatever religion they follow, we all need to work together for one thing, which is so that everyone can live with peace, harmony, with their own dignity and honor.
Absolutely.
If we look at the world now, what is going on, look at Ukraine, look at Myanmar, look at India, look at Palestine. I'm not just taking one piece. Put all these pictures together, you will see millions of people. They are naive, innocent. They are butchered, and heart bleeds when we talk about this. People cannot stay even inside a hospital bed with peace. So for this, I think from all of us we need to work together so that people can live with their own dignity,
Absolutely.
honor, respect. They can enjoy their own religion. There is nothing wrong with it.
Excellent, well said. Ramchandra Shah, Hinduism, when I talk about, children, few times ask me, do Hindu believe in one God or many gods? And initially I remember I was teaching Ari to children. I said, no, believe in one God, but different attributes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how do you explain to students, young students, about God in Hinduism?
We can say truth is one, but says call different name. We believe in one God.
Right.
This is so many people they do not understand. So that means in Hinduism we believe one God.
One God.
But we believe is different form and different way. You can see, so there is 4 yoga. One is bhakti yoga, devotion. Then one is gyan yoga, knowledge, and then one is karma, so whatever day you work, and then another is Raj Yoga. So it's different way you can realize God. Okay. And we believe in also, so that means God with form and God without form.
Right.
Okay, but only one God, but different people call is different name. Okay, so there is no different God at all. This is wrong.
Absolutely.
Sometimes some people they calling but it's different level. So because we are 4 people, 5 people sitting here, but our understanding level is different.
Yes.
So if you think about, so that when you thinking about, some people will tell we don't believe in form. Then you thinking about, you pray to God or Allah or Father or anyone. You think about what you are thinking about, what is coming to your mind.
Right.
So you are thinking, I'm praying to God, God listening. So I'm doing something bad, God can see. So what is your imagination coming? Right. So you can see God has eyes, God has ear, so God can listen, God can do. So, that from that idea, so that means, when we devotion, so that means, that is, we are talking about the bhakti yoga, So that thing is coming from, so that means we want to see God, because you love someone, but you want to see. But when you don't see, how you can love, So that from that idea, then in Hinduism came, so that means devotion. So God, if you are here, I want to see you.
Right.
And then you can see, so when we do puja and all those things, we offering all the foods and all those nice things, whatever we like. So, so you love someone. So what you will do? You will offer them,
Yeah.
But we know the God is supreme. So that means super. So that means I can explain. So that means sea, ocean, sea.
Right.
And sea, we know, so that means our soul is, we call Jivatma, and God we call Paramatma, Supreme Soul. So that means Jivatma, so that means when we are human being or any being, we believe in Sarvakhalidang Brahma, God is everywhere, But that wave, whenever the sea wave coming,
Yes.
so that when we can see, so that wave coming and going and going and going.
Yes.
But can you tell, so that means this wave is not sea? So sea is ultimate goal. So we believe God is ultimate. But from that sea, time to time wave coming different way.
Different ways,
But
yeah.
wave coming.
Yeah, wave, yeah.
Wave coming.
Wave coming.
And that wave, so that means sometimes, so that means that ignorance from, so we can see, so that means actually, so that means that wave nothing. We are nothing. So we believe. So that's why, in your presentation was very simple way they're showing moksha. So that means we believe in God, one God, Hinduism, couple of things, if we summarize. We believe in one God, and we believe in incarnation, time to time God coming. So we believe in, in Hinduism there is no particular person is the founder. Like other religions, so that means you can say one person or particular book or scripture, But Hinduism is very, very old religion and very open religion. So, but summarize, so that means if you can see, so that means there is different way. So we believe in as many faith, so many paths. Not only within Hinduism, so that means also we believe, so that means all those other religion, as Vivekananda said. So I am proud to be a Hindu because that religion, so that from the beginning, so that means believe in universal tolerance and acceptance. We don't believe in only toleration, so we accept all religion as true. And also, we don't believe, so that means whatever the religion we have now, so maybe it will come more and more.
Yes.
So that means we can say now Baha'i. So recently, so that means you can see, so which way, but at the same time, so that means we can see interfaith group. So when I joined more than 25 years, I'm working with interfaith group in London. So that time interfaith group was, so
very
that
limited.
means, or a limited means some religion who believe in God. And then later on, some people was telling, we don't believe in God, but we want to come to and sit with you. Then we welcome. So you're telling, yes, it's fine. So some people telling we humanitarian.
Integrated more
and
people
more
in the,
people,
in the,
so
in the
that
community.
yes,
Absolutely.
So that is the belief. So that
Thank
so
you.
main thing it will be to be good and to do good, and so and we believe in unity in diversity. And then unity in diversity we believe in, so that God or whatever you believe, so that is one. So
Thank
we
you
don't
very
believe in
much.
different God. No.
Thank you very much. Leon Silva, I'll come to you. Leon, you have been very busy last week before, and you are the part of one of the persons, I would say, one of the leaders, I would say, a Tower Hamlet Interfaith Forum. And I met you many times there. Talking about your experience working with the different community, particularly different events, how do you find when you mix with the community, going to schools, showing children about your religion, at the same time embracing and looking at other religions, how they are working alongside?
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. Children generally in schools are delightful. They're willing to learn, and they're interested, and they ask sometimes really good questions that
yes.
Can be difficult to answer. So no, I don't have a problem with that. And in terms of mixing with other faiths, the more I learn, I think, the more enriching it is. We have so much in common. Just hearing what's been said now, I can fit that in so easily into Jewish teaching, talking about the sea. There was a description, I think in the Talmud, of the Holy of Holies, which was in the temple, and that contained the essence of God, the dwelling place of the Shekhinah, how to explain exactly, but somehow the concentration of the Godhead in a particular place. But the description is, God is everywhere. So the Holy of Holies was like a cave by the edge of the sea. The sea would fill the cave. All the properties of the sea could be found in the cave, but the sea itself was infinite. It was vast. And so God is in certain places, in houses of work, we pray to God, we feel, the presence of God, but at the same time, God is everywhere. The other thing is, we believe, as indeed in Islam, God is invisible. God is pure spirit. At the same time in the Torah, Moses asked to see God, and God said, nobody can see my face and survive. And there's this mystical thing where there was a cleft in the rock, the hand of God covered him, the host of heaven passed. Yes. Moses saw the back of God on his chariot. But how can that be? And the answer that's always been given, which is obvious, is that things are put into ways we can comprehend as limited human beings.
Yes.
The other thing with interfaith, in my religion, it's the oldest of the three Abrahamic faiths. You can certainly see the relationships between Christianity, Islam and Judaism. Ironically, in view of what happens elsewhere, it is Islam which is the closest to Judaism in so many ways. Exactly. But the difference is we are not a missionary religion. People can convert. It's made deliberately difficult. So only that, those who really want to try. We believe this is our particular path, that much abused term, the chosen people. God has chosen us for our particular path to God. But we are also taught there are 7 laws of Noah, and any society that keeps these 7 laws has the right to be considered a righteous nation. And the first is not to worship idols. And by that, it doesn't mean, in modern terms, contemplating an icon or an image. It's actually believing a piece of stone or wood is God, and maybe even sacrificing human beings to it and so on. Barbarous form of worship. There are certain moral things that shouldn't be done. But one, not to rob, not to murder. One very interesting law, which is, I think, unique for that period, not to cut a piece of meat for food from a living animal. And as far as I know, along with in the Torah itself, they are the first laws, not because certain creatures are holy to a particular god or whatever, but that being cruel to animals in itself is something we will have to, that is wrong. And it says in the Talmud, whoever is cruel to animals will have to answer for it on the day of judgment. The Torah tells you can't yoke 2 different species of animal behind, a cart or whatever. The stronger one will do too much of it, more than its fair share. The weaker one will struggle to keep up. Both will suffer. You also mustn't muzzle an animal that's in a field. It has to be free for its natural instinct to eat as it goes along. And the ancient Romans laughed at the Jews. The Jews, their servants, even their animals waste 1/7 of their lives doing nothing. And they were talking about the Jewish Sabbath. a day of spiritual rest. And for the rest of the world, it was really, in a non-religious way, the first example of a weekend. It was an invention. So Judaism is the same but different. We have many things in common, and I only wish, with what's going on in the world today, if people would realize we are actually brothers and sisters. We're not enemies,
Absolutely.
and we shouldn't
Absolutely.
hate each other. And the fighting over one tiny area, it's unbelievable, and it breaks my heart.
Yes,
It really
absolutely, absolutely. But great thing is here we are talking about, we have different beliefs, we came from different religions, but at the same time we have many things common, many
Yes,
things common, and we are sharing our common goals. And all speakers, all the guests, they agreed with one thing: if you live in a society in harmony, you need to really, embrace everyone in the society and live in harmony. You mentioned this nice word. What Leon was saying, on that note, can I see those few pictures of students celebrating Interfaith Week, looking at different artifacts and objects, and they're very curious students in a school. Just, yes, here they're learning about, I can see Sikhism. I think there are only 4 pictures here they have loaded. This is very good. So children in school in Tower Hamlet, they're learning during Interfaith Week, looking at objects, looking at artifacts. So this is very nice to know about Sikhism. And I can see they're very curious children by looking at their faces. Yes. Yes, another one. This one probably, this is another religions. Yeah, I can see they're also looking at artifacts, and they're very busy looking at them. And from very young age, if they're exposed to objects and artifacts and information book, they will learn more and learn in a very practical, interactive way. This is another one. I can see adults and children as well. And they're very busy looking at books, information books, artifacts, and other things as well. Very busy. And this is another one. Very young children, 3, 4, 5 years old, 5, 6 years old. Very busy looking at, and this happened during Interfaith Week. And during Interfaith Week, this is something very good for schools to let them know about different religions. Over the years, RE is a compulsory subject we teach, but this particular last week, the students had the opportunity to look at other things as well. And also, there are visitors in schools giving talk, and I know you have been, sister, you have been as well, and you have been as well. So this is the one, Interfaith Group Together for Peace. I can hold this one. It's a very good one. Sister Christine, you organized this one, isn't it? So would like to hear about this.
Leonard,
The
I was there also.
Yeah, you were there, and Leon was there. We came together, particularly with the background of what's happening in many countries, sadly not just Palestine, but also, as you mentioned, Ukraine as well, and
Myanmar.
Afghanistan, which we're forgetting,
China.
Syria we're forgetting. You know, so many are.
Uyghur.
And I noticed today on today's newspaper, none of the wars were on the front page. It was the budget. But even yesterday, it was some other daft thing that's not really important, but not an issue that has actually united a lot of people. So we decided to call our interfaith group Together for Peace, because it's peace we're all after. So we met last Thursday in Queen Victoria Seaman's Rest, which was a neutral place rather than a church or mosque or synagogue, and someone might have had a problem with that. I don't think actually anyone would have. But anyhow,
But still, is a
we
neutral
met.
place is better.
A neutral place was better.
Better, yes.
And we had an introduction, we had prayers. We had prayers from every tradition, I think, and they were read by different people. So you could read a Jewish prayer, you read a prayer, 2 or 3 prayers, didn't you, Leon? And so did you. And they weren't your particular tradition. And we ended up with a sign of peace, shalom, or peace in some way together, and talking to each other. So a lot of people talk to people they had never seen before and wouldn't normally talk to, because we tend, particularly now that winter is here, we tend to be in a rush to get in out of the cold rather than stop and chat. So it was good. There are a few lovely ones, lovely prayers. Do you mind if I read one?
Oh, please.
It's, I think, again, with what's going on in the background, being aware of that. In a world that God made good, let us pray for people seeing things no human being should see. For people seized by terror no human being should experience. For people whose depths of suffering no human being should know. God of unquenchable hope, confirm our belief that this is not how things should be. Affirm our belief that things can and will be different. Help us to be agents for change in our broken world. So I suppose in a way that's what all this is about, isn't it?
Yes.
Helping us all. So if we can't work together for peace, how do we expect the world to? But it's a challenge really to us. Help us to be agents for change in our broken world. So that's kind of a challenge.
And change.
That I would see myself, each one of us would see ourselves, not just as insignificant people, that really we can help make this change happen.
Absolutely.
Nobody is insignificant. Everybody can make a change by smiling at someone, talking to someone,
was a very
stopping
good program on
and
that.
being listening. Because I think so many people, especially since COVID, have had no one to talk to, have had no one to listen to them.
Yes. We'll go to a short break, and after the break, we'll talk to you with more. প্রিয় দর্শক, আমরা কথা বলছি ইন্টারফেথ ডায়ালগস, ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনশিপ নিয়ে। আমাদের একটা ছোট্ট বিরতি যেতে হবে, বিরতির পর আবার দেখা হচ্ছে, আমাদের সাথেই থাকবেন।
That's true.
That is the main thing.
প্রিয় দর্শক, বিরতির পর আবার এডুকেশন আওয়ার আমরা কথা বলছি আমাদের আজকের টপিক ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনশিপস. So this is a part of RE curriculum in schools. Children, they need to learn about different religions and people without religions. Last week in this country we have observed, we have celebrated interfaith week, interfaith dialogues, interfaith relationships. Today on ATN Bangla UK Education Hour we are sitting with 4 wonderful guests and we are talking, they are from 4 different religions and we are talking about how we can make the community even better by having interfaith dialogues, relationships amongst ourselves, so that our children, next generation, they will learn even more about each other and we can live in harmony in the same community. So I have guests here, on my left here, Sister Christine, who is a very well-known community leader. Welcome back, sister.
Thank you.
On my far left, Ramchandra Shaha, Director, Vivekananda Human Center. Welcome back, Dada. On my right, Imam Nufaiz Ahmed, Khatib and Imam, Lansbury Mosque, Poplar. Welcome back. And finally, on my far right, Leon Silva, a Jewish leader, a community leader, and also the President of East London Synagogue. Welcome back. So we have been talking so many important things. We watched a short video clip and also shared a lot of thoughts and our own opinions as well as ideas how interfaith dialogues and relationships are so important. So I will go to you, Imam Nufaiz Ahmed. Just in brief, I would like to hear from you. What do you think the community, as a community, or the community in London, in this country, can do to make our interfaith relationship even better?
Thank you so much coming with this question. I would say, first of all, of course, you know the interfaith relationship, which is a very good program. I would say all the mosques and other religious institutions from different faiths, we should welcome each other so that we can go inside, speak, talk, have a cup of tea or coffee. And this is how actually we can integrate it, understand each other. Also, I would say that every individual from our community, everyone should feel proud of his or her faith. That's the number one. Number two, I would encourage everyone, learn your own religion. Because of the lack of knowledge of our own religion, sometimes we see a big group in our community that is actually promoting something that no one likes it.
Yes.
So that's why, because ultimately no religion promotes any oppression.
Yes.
No religion promotes
Or extreme views.
any extreme views. So every religion has got his unique understanding. We cannot have a long debate. That debate will ultimately, not resolve everything. But one thing we need to understand, we should be open. So I would say, first, feel proud of your religion. Secondly, learn your religion. Third, ask question about your religion. I always say, look, feel free to ask question. Then when you ask each other, then you may explore something from someone else which you will like it.
Yes.
So that's why I say learn, ask, as well as
Having
always, having dialogues.
Absolutely.
Through this we can promote peace and.
Thank you,
things.
Imam Nufaiz Ahmed. Wonderful few words you mentioned, and they're very powerful as well. And definitely for our community, so important. Ramchandra Shah, I would like you to, any last message to the community, and particularly those young people or parents or the community people that are watching the program tonight about interfaith dialogues and relationships.
Yes, I think it's as he said. So that means, if we are proud for our own religion, and I think if I'm good Hindu, if someone is good Muslim, and then good Christian and good Jewish or whatever, and we know our own religion, and then I think is so many problem, conflict it will go. Then we'll understand which way we are going, ultimately we are going to same goal, but our different path.
Yes.
So different ways, so that when, so that's why we're talking again and again, unity in diversity.
And there are more similarities than differences, isn't it?
Yes,
If you think
Yeah.
about
there
this
is.
in a
So
broad
so that
way.
when you can see within one family, even Muslim family, Hindu family, 5 brother, 5 sister, so they're not same always.
Thank
So
you.
that thing we should understand, so that when even we are
Thank you.
brother, sister within one family, so our thinking, our choice, some people want to be doctor, someone want to be engineer, but if someone telling, so doctor is the best, and engineer is best, or accountant is best, solicitor is best, and then fighting each other, never ever problem will be solved.
Thank you very much.
So we should respect other opinion, religion, and also we should be good and to do good,
Thank you
and then we can solve this issue.
Thank you. Leon, thank you very much. Would you like to say any prayer or anything about the world?
Yes, certainly. The Torah is described by saying its ways are ways of pleasantness and all its paths are peace. There is something in the Talmud, which is the Jewish commentaries on the Torah and the sacred scriptures. And it says, great is the person who creates peace. Peace between husband and wife, peace between parent and child, peace between neighbor and neighbor. But the greatest of heroes is the one who makes peace between nations. May our prayers be answered. May we all live to see this, that the world should be at peace. And then the true meaning of our faith will come to the fore.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sister, do you have any message to the community or those people watching program tonight about our particular topic, interfaith relationships?
Well, it's just something that happened in the summer. We had one of the gentlemen we were taking meals to died. We found him dead. And he used to lead a group of people with mental health problems. And it took 6 months to get the cremation sorted. I had his ashes at home because no one else wanted to have them. And after 3 months, I said to the group, "Hey, I'm not living with this man. I don't want to keep his ashes at home." And it's not what he wanted. He had wanted that the ashes.
We've got
be
about 20
put-
seconds to finish.
the ashes had been put on the Thames. So we ended up one day at the Thames, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, and myself as Christian, we were 4 faiths together with our hands on the bowl that had his ashes and with a prayer together. We all prayed together and we sent Bill out onto the Thames.
Thank you, Sister. Thank you very much for all of your contributions. প্রিয় দর্শক, আমরা কথা বললাম ইন্টারফেথ রিলেশনস নিয়ে। প্রোগ্রাম দেখার জন্য ধন্যবাদ। আগামী প্রোগ্রাম দেখার আমন্ত্রণ জানিয়ে আমরা বিদায় নিচ্ছি। ভালো থাকবেন, সুন্দর থাকবেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।